Hello, welcome to Game 5 of the Medium Games Final. Fika Monster's up 2.5 to 1.5, so Crlundy is going to need this one, otherwise Fika will be the champion. Taking a look at this kingdom, there are extra points for Triumphal Arch and Salt the Earth. Potentially, Triumphal Arch will come from experiments, thrones, horses, cavalry, Sonavanto. We've got a lot of stuff there. Black Market obviously has other stuff going on. Probably you want to play with a Black Market. You can get a pretty good engine going with Throne Room as your village. Throne Room on cavalry, Throne Room on horses. There's a lot of good stuff to throne. And yeah, you throw in cavalry one turn, you throw in the horses. So probably you want to get the Throne Rooms going pretty quickly. The only way to thin here is Sauna. I think you do want to get a Sauna. I would not probably open with Sauna. I would probably open with Silver Experiments. Experiment Baron seems reasonable. If you get way too much money, you can always get a Cavalry and a Sauna. I don't think Sauna Silver is crazy. I wonder if Fika saying Ooh Quarry was like some kind of trick to trick Crlundy into buying it. It seems pretty good though, with experiments and with cavalry. Just you're somewhat buy limited. I guess charm gives you buys. So, yeah, relic is the card with the highest. So here, 100% Crlundy should. We'll get to that in a second. Lost City. I don't know. It does not inspire any joy in me. Lost City here. Envoy doesn't do anything for me here either. I think as both players, like I'm coming back around towards slamming the Sonavantos. So here Crlundy should definitely buy a cavalry. And now they should. What should they do? I think they should probably get a pile cavalry. I think they should probably get a throne room now. Yeah. Just start slamming throne rooms to go with the cavalries and the horses. Too bad they don't have 5, but I think I do take the Ironmonger. Seems like a nice piece to have on this kingdom. It's doing a couple things. It's sifting, it's drawing, it's doing stuff. Crlundy is going to looks like pile the cavalries here. Yeah, I think now Crlundy needs to add a couple more thrones and then Sauna Silver. We'll see what Fika does with 4 and 2. They're going to buy Sauna. Ooh, I would definitely take any one of those 3 cards if I could. Not clear to me that you... I mean, I guess you play the black market just in case there's something that costs 2. Man, the Overlord is certainly the worst of the 3, but perhaps it's good enough that you could play it as Charm, or, I mean, you could always play it as Experiment, right? So, Overlord as Experiment is a free lab. I guess you take it, and then sometimes you can play it as a Throne, sometimes you can play it as a Mystic or something. Here, Crlundy does have the Throne and more cavalries down there, so they can do the thing where they buy a couple of cavalries, find the Throne Room, find one of the cavalries to Throne Room. Yeah, now they can throne a cavalry and buy another Throne Room. So this quarry is working out quite well. This buying multiple cavalries would be almost impossible if they cost 4. I did not think silver there made sense, but I would have just gotten another Throne Room. Try to build a Throne Room horse cavalry deck. They're moving along. It's only turn 7. It's not clear to me that like the Sauna Silver slamming Sauna deck does much better, is doing any better here. That being said, that deck gets thin, and neither of these decks are anywhere close to getting thin now. So, yeah. And Crlundy eventually has horses down there, but yeah, I just want a lot more. None of those. Maybe you take the Salvager. I mean, the proc is nice, I guess. I guess you take the proc for cavalry. Procking cavalry is going to be really good. And here you 100% take the groom. But these decks are moving slowly along, and we see the cost of the fat decks with the procession throne room stuff. We got a sauna. Okay. I mean, I guess they're going for thin now. I would have gone for another throne. They can buy a cavalry. You are very right, Floppy. And now they can throne proc cav, get a mystic, gain a cavalry, which draws your cards. Sorry, they're gaining. Maybe they should have thrown. They should have procced black market first to gain a cavalry. Yeah. And go ahead and grab that grave robber because the trash is going to have stuff in it that you're procking. So grave robber will be nice for you. Storyteller's also nice. They've got a lot of treasures they want to get through. But grave robber seems fun. Not really sure why they bought the. Not really sure why they bought the pearl diver there. Okay, so you're only going to get a nice trash in here. They can also buy a cav. They've got so much extra money that they could buy a cav to get a couple trashes in, and then buy a cav and keep the turn going. Find the groom, which is quite nice. I think I want to groom for a throne again as Crlundy. I think throne is the card that works best in their deck with the horses. They're just going to save the horse. And what are we doing with 8? Buying another throne room. It seemed like a bit of a weird time to stop. They had the Ironmonger down there. They had the Black Market down there. Maybe they didn't want to have to play they wanted to play the Black Market and the groom. But so they both just had really nice turn 10s. Just say turn 10 for Fika, turn 11 for Crlundy were very nice. And now we see what more average turns look like, although if you draw the proc throne every time, I don't think you can take any of those. And I guess just experiments here. So throne proc, horse first, gain a cavalry, and then experiment second, I think. Horse, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, their deck has got a lot of stuff in it. It's got to align somewhat right for it to work, but it aligned quite well. Obviously, if proc was in this kingdom, it would be a crazy kingdom. It would be over in 8 turns or something. I don't know, proc cavalry, those lines get crazy. Like, it could even be over faster than that here with experiments or something. Because you're procking the experiments so they get trashed and proc experiment and cavalry all the way into like turn 8. You don't even have time to get sauna to trash because the game just ends immediately. Was this an okay shuffle? There should be a bunch of horses in this shuffle, I think. Yeah, so I think they maybe don't want to play. So they're going to take the butcher. I don't see a need to play the butcher. So you can just stop turn here by Province Charm. I don't think. Sorry, you're buying butcher, so you're losing money. So, oh yeah, you can plus coins, buy butcher. Province. I think you should take a province here, just because crazy stuff can happen in this kingdom. It doesn't seem completely insane that Crlundy is able to somehow. Well, they don't have a proc, but they have Throne Groom. I would consider throning the Groom here. But yeah, we're seeing kind of the crazy crazy nature of this. Certainly the calves can empty, and Crlundy actually has the quarry, so they can autopile the calves, and depending on what they find in the black market, do crazy things. So the quarry for one, the proc for the other. I think in general we'd put our money on proc. I'm sorry, I missed. Did Fika bought a horde? That makes very little sense to me. I think as Crlundy, you have to take green here. It's just too easy for Fika to empty the piles next turn. So you have to take green, put some pressure on them. I would even consider wasting one villager here to get 2 more horses, which should give you some Triumphal Arch points, but all right, now we can, I think, yeah, play a bunch of the horses to start with, but now we can throw in horses. I mean, like, if the proc gets bottom decked at any point, the craziness goes away. And here we see one reason why you buy the Pearl Diver. You can proc it for 4 experiments, which is pretty nice. As I said, maybe we proc this Butcher. We proc this Precision for 4 experiments. This game should just end. They do have to gain horses back because their VP just disappeared. So with the Triumphal Arch, you've got to watch out for that. They've got to play enough cavalries this turn. I don't actually know if it's possible for them to play enough cavalries. They've trashed a couple. They've trashed 1. So maybe Fika should not look to end the game this turn. Although it certainly seems possible. They've got cavalry still, and if they're piling experiments, maybe they get their Triumphal Arch points back from experiments. And then throne rooms. So that should be, if they have all the experiments, and that's 18 points. So they just need to get 1 province at the end, which they can butcher horde into province pretty easily. It seems like an experiments cavalry pile out should be pretty straightforward here. They do not seem to have gone for that. I think they wanted to proc, instead of procking that horse, proc the patrician, and then get 4 experiments off of it. Yeah, I certainly want to throne the I think none of those are useful anymore. Those would have all been nice earlier, but yeah, procking Pearl Diver Black Market makes no sense to me. I think if you procced both to experiments and then you throne Butcher, you get 2 more sets of experiments, and then you just need to buy experiments province, which is 11. That seems pretty straightforward for a pile out. Should be able to get enough money. Yeah, okay, I'll take, I guess Rogue is fine at that point. Yeah, this would have been such an easy pile out on experiments if they'd taken 4 experiments here. Taking the experiments there is strange too, because they give Crlundy a fairly good chance at an experiments pile out, I think. Maybe Crlundy doesn't have any good plus buy anymore. Maybe that's going to be a problem for them. Now that the cavalries are gone. I will go ahead and trash one of those cavalries for an ammo fair, probably. Although, that may cost you a VP. I have to check if it's free or not. It might cost you a VP. Yeah, I was pretty sure it would. Cavalry is their most common. I don't think they can take either of those. I think they need to green here again by provinces. This is after a couple of boards where there wasn't a ton of interesting stuff going on. This one has just been completely nuts. Okay, and they got points back from the horses, so they retake the VP lead. Again, if I'm Fika, I'm looking for a experiment pile out here. They do have to draw. They don't have as many horses in the deck this turn as they did last turn, so they've got to hope to find some more horses and thrones and stuff at the top. I think I'm. I typically want to proc. So here I want to proc the patrician for 2 experiments and a lot of stuff going on here. If they use the coffer to gain experiments. Fika looks to be, as of right now, buy limited. So I'm not going to be able to pile out. I respect they're also using all their horses, and again, they don't have an easy way to get them back. So that's certainly challenging for them. Groundskeeper is too late, I think. I don't think you can take Margrave here. Oh, you can because your buy's short. So I think you would take Margrave here as another source of plus buy, and then like buy Province Duchy, perhaps. I'm not like incredibly worried about Crlundy buying double province, but maybe they spike something in the black market that lets them do that. So they use charm for the. Okay, they didn't buy a prop. Okay, I'm not sure why they didn't buy one province. I didn't really see a reason not to buy at least one province, but Crlundy could have triggered a shuffle there if they wanted. So yeah, I'm not sure why Fika didn't take more points last turn. I think probably double province would have been safe for them. I think Crlundy has to groom for a state, try to find another coin, which they do, and just buy a province and feel better that Fika said they are possibly dudding. This doesn't seem like the worst dud in the world. You throne, cavalry, butcher, butcher the baron into a duchy. And then you've got 3 coffers for next turn. You could also throne, butcher, get two duchies. I like having an extra 4 horses in the shuffle though, and it might technically score VP. The Triumphal Arch stuff is really hard to track. Commentating with 2 decks is very difficult. Even my own deck, I have trouble tracking it, but it's much easier to sort of identify what I have the most of, is that throne or what. And then try to make sure I'm ending the turn with the horses. I think they may need the horses as well, but it's hard to say. I guess you lead on black market here and try to high roll, or just play a couple of cavalries. I don't think we've cycled back around to the overload again. I don't think any of those are going to do it at this point. I think we're at the point now where Crlundy should use at least one of their villagers, if not both, for the horses. They're 1 coin short of piling out experiments. Salt. Yeah, I've completely forgotten about salt here. You don't have plus buys, but I think you just take a province here. Yeah, salt is something tactically that I had not been considering. You kind of forget about it on the side. Last turn, I don't think it made any sense for Fika to do, but Crlundy's next turn, it may make significant sense. Yeah, I mean, I guess Crlundy, or Fika just takes a duchy here. And it looks like Crlundy's going to win this game. They will certainly be able to at least solve the province here, but probably get to a province. Throne on experiment is probably going to make the most sense to me. and probably you groom for an estate. That was a nice find of a throne room, so now they can throne that experiment. I think you still want to draw if you find the charm. You're fairly likely to win. If you can get to 8 in 2 buys, you can solve twice. And either way, you've got more thrones down there, so you can throne potentially. The other thing you can do is throne groom for 2 estates. And here, I think we're just grooming for estate, seeing what happens. So now you can throw in black market. You've got province. And pretty much you hope there's nothing super cool there that you can't buy. And I think you want to save the villager for next turn. You've got a 5-point lead. You'll have an 11-point lead after this province, and you've got to hope that Fika doesn't find the proc here with something that they can proc. Yeah. So you can throw in black market. I think there are things in the black market that could potentially be full. We already saw lackeys, though. Yeah, I think we've seen through the whole deck. Cavalry in the black market is something. Cavalry, lackeys, silk merchant, and black market are kind of crazy with the on-game effects, but we're past that point. Villa as well, yeah. Noble Brigand, maybe not. Yeah, so you'll need to just draw the animal fair, so win in hand. So Seolides come back. They were back up against the wall. Now it's tied at 2.5 to 2.5. We have a decisive game 6 coming up for the median game finals.